We continue to piece together what happened in the Wallops Island rocket explosion. One thing is clear. It could have been worse.
NASA released new pictures of the damage at and around the launch pad. Take a look with us. Some debris there in the sand. If you look closely, you can also see the beach is charred, but the water tower still stands. The effects of the explosion appear to be pretty contained.
It is remarkable when you consider that's what is left of this. The Antares rocket exploded shortly after liftoff. We've reported the blast shattered some windows in nearby buildings. It will be weeks before we have answers about what went wrong and what it will take to rebuild.
And right now the focus is on the debris and its effects on the community. NASA said air samples don't show anything abnormal. The Coast Guard says so far they haven't seen any obvious signs of water pollution like oil sheens. Now, people are still finding small pieces of debris in their yards.
10 on your side's Erin Kelly is uncovering what happens to all of those pieces now. She's live on Chincoteague Island. Erin?
Well, I can tell you I've talked to 3 different families on 3 different streets here in the island that have found pieces of the debris. Now, these are small pieces. They are easy to miss. And NASA says they're going around collecting them, and they're going to use them for the investigation and for planning for future launches. George Panos knew he shouldn't touch it, so he put it under a bucket to keep it safe. It's another piece of debris believed to be from Tuesday's failed rocket launch at NASA's Wallops Island facility, about 6 miles away.
We found 4 or 5 pieces. Looked like insulation or fiberglass. It was dark in color, very stringy at the ends, and also found a piece of like plastic metal thing that was about the size of a brick.
Panos says 2 of his nearby neighbors on Chincoteague Island have found stuff in their yards, too.
We've had about 35 to 40 folks call in and said they have found them and had the team go collect them. They're very small, about 2 to 3 grams in weight, usually about the size of a postage stamp or about the size of a sheet of paper.
NASA has been collecting the debris to give to Orbital Sciences for its investigation. They're keeping track of where the debris ended up.
What we're going to be doing is we're marking where we're finding things, and all this will go into modeling for the future and to help us improve that.
So where did this stuff come from?
We really can't tell you. I mean, the rocket is 145 feet tall, and so with all the stuff inside of it, all the experiment packages that are put into packaging, so we really couldn't tell you exactly what it's from.
It doesn't really scare me because we have no children or dogs, so I'm more comfortable. But my greatest concern is somebody's going to pick it up and think, oh, it's a trash or something.
And NASA has said they don't believe these smaller pieces are hazardous, but they still don't want you to touch them. We have not touched any of those pieces of debris. If you find any of it, they want you to call this number, 757-824-1295. Live on Chincoteague Island tonight, Erin Kelly, 10 on your side.
And a picture of what was and what is to come, one of the last photos of the Antares rocket before the launch and explosion. Today, Governor Terry McAuliffe told a Richmond radio station he thinks the site will be ready to host another launch, hopefully by next spring. We have all of these amazing photos and videos from the launch and the explosion on wavy.com.